Before we look at installing LibreOffice, let's review the background of LibreOffice. LibreOffice is what is known as open source software. This means that the core code is in a public domain and it can be downloaded and installed for free. The program has its origin in something called StarOffice, which was followed by OpenOffice. These programs were supported by Sun Microsystems, and after Sun Microsystems was acquired by Oracle, a number of the programmers were unhappy and split away to form the Document Foundation. The Document Foundation is a non-profit organization that promotes open source document handling software. It was created by members of the OpenOffice.org community to manage and develop LibreOffice, a free and open source office suite. It's legally registered in Germany as Stiftung. Its goal is to produce a vendor-independent office suite with ODF support and a development environment free from corporate control. The bottom line is that the Document Foundation consists of a large group of programmers who are continually upgrading the program and making the program available for free. However, they do encourage donations to help support their efforts. Let's take a look at downloading LibreOffice for Windows. In my example, I'm using the Firefox web browser. Firefox is a free alternative to other web browsers like Microsoft's Edge. I've gone to the LibreOffice.org download page, and here I can see the current version of LibreOffice at the time this recording was made. If I scroll down, you can see that there are different versions of LibreOffice, and there's LibreOffice available for Linux and Mac. That's Mac operating system 10.10 or newer. Earlier versions of Macs require older versions of LibreOffice. The good news about the Linux version of LibreOffice is that most of the Linux variations automatically include LibreOffice as part of the Linux installation. Using Firefox for Windows, to download the program, we simply click on the download tool here. And I have my system set to ask me where to save the file each time I download something. Your system may not show this, but this is one of the options available in Firefox. So when I choose Save the File, it's sort of like Save As when you're using the File Explorer, I can go ahead and choose the place where I'm going to install it. And you can see I've been keeping up with the different versions of LibreOffice here. And once I start LibreOffice downloading, I can go ahead and start downloading the LibreOffice built-in help file. And in Firefox, there's a little tool here that I can select that shows me the progress of the downloads. Once the downloading is complete, I can select this to install the LibreOffice program and the LibreOffice help program. And once I open the containing folder, I can double-click on the MSI files to go ahead and complete the installation of LibreOffice. In my system, I've created a special folder for LibreOffice downloads, and here I've downloaded the latest version. I've also downloaded the PDF file for the Writer Guide and the PDF file for the Getting Started Guide. I also have a folder for other LibreOffice docs. When I'm ready to install LibreOffice, I simply double-click on the installer file. And then the Windows installation window will open up. And there's a pause while the system is computing to make sure I have enough space in my computer to go ahead with the installation. It's also looking for earlier versions of LibreOffice. And once it found all of that, I can select Next. And I'm going to do a typical installation. Next. And I'm going to have it create a shortcut on the desktop. Windows always asks me if I really want to install this, and my answer, of course, is yes. Now this installation takes a little while depending on the speed of your system and the speed of your hard drives. I'll jump ahead once this installation gets to the next step. Once the installation is complete, I select the Finish button, and then I'm going to go ahead and install the help pack. Double click. Next. Next. Install. Tell Windows that I want to install this program, and the help pack installs a lot faster than the main program. And then I select Finish, and my installation is complete. And once again, that was the process for installing LibreOffice on Windows 10. The good news is if you're running LibreOffice on Linux, most versions of Linux automatically include LibreOffice. I currently prefer Linux Mint as my Linux installation, and the user interface for Linux Mint is very similar to Windows. If you have Linux Mint, you already have LibreOffice and Firefox. By the way, Linux can be installed for free on older PCs that have Windows XP or Vista or 7. If you have an older Windows PC, don't throw it away. Even though you can no longer update Windows on it, you can go ahead and install Linux on your older XP, Vista, or Windows 7 computers, and you'll get a lot longer shelf life out of your old computers by installing Linux. Since I've avoided spending 2 or 3 times more than necessary for an overpriced Mac, I do not have any screenshots. However, if you Google or Safari LibreOffice for Mac, you'll find instructions and videos for Mac installation of LibreOffice.